Welcome to Sanctuary Lakes in Hua Hin. I'm here with Mr. Michael Tan, who is the chairman of Sanctuary Lakes Global Group. He started Sanctuary Lakes in Hua Hin, but has an array of experience within the property developing. He has more than 40 years of experience, and it encompasses tens of thousands of properties worth more than $1.5 billion. He has developed projects in Malaysia, Australia, China, US, and now he's here in Hua Hin, Thailand. So without further ado, I would like Michael to present to us his concept of Sanctuary Lakes and explain to us my home, my enjoyment. So Michael, why did you choose to do Sanctuary Lakes in Hua Hin?
Good question. I like to say this, many things in life is actually quite fated. I came to Hua Hin just to look at the properties because I think that Hua Hin is good or bad, but it's meant to be. I came to Hua Hin many years back and I didn't think that Hua Hin has a potential of doing any development. But when I came last, which is about 4 or 5 years back, maybe 5, 6 years back, and I thought that the Hua Hin has changed a lot. So the potential of a development is there. And then we were looking around for properties, and this is one which was introduced to me. I like lake, so that gave me the first change of mind to maybe consider doing something here. And like it's all fated because the next day we're supposed to look at another property in Chiang Mai. But I didn't feel well. I was stopped from going to Chiang Mai.
Okay.
So now I only came to Thailand and look at only one property, and which is Hua Hin.
Okay.
You know, so having a situation like that, we continue and then we met up with a landowner. And the landowner happened to be a Teochew, my same dialect. So we sort of start to become very friendly very early.
Okay.
And
so fate kind of brought you to this place in Hua Hin.
Yeah, and then we supposed to buy the property from him, and he was quite happy. But then at the end of the day, when he saw what I did in Melbourne, he says, maybe I would prefer to be your joint venture partner. And that's how we started this project. Wow. Every time we do a project, I am really quite involved. It always takes us close to 1 year to 2 years to finalize what we really wanted to do. But on top of all this, we are guided by the fact that we want to give home to the owner, to the residents, and we also want to give joy. And our concept then has continued to evolve around that concept of joy.
It's a beautiful environment here. I mean, it's also living really in natural surroundings will also enhance the enjoyment in life, correct? Right. So that was the message to the homeowner. Anything else that you would like to share with us about the Sanctuary Lakes?
Yeah, well, after we look at Hua Hin, then we need really not just this lake. We want to know what is other facilities available, because I like to play golf. That makes it an additional attraction for me. But in addition to that one is really the weather. I mean, while we are sitting here, we are not sweating. If this is the same situation in Malaysia, we cannot. We will be having problems sitting outside, even under the shade, to enjoy the outdoor. So the weather here is another big attraction for us.
Yes.
I would say in the afternoon, the sunset on this property again is something that you don't see very often from other places. So many factors therefore added to the fact that why we are doing here. I bought a house from an owner when I was in Toronto, Canada. And when when the house was delivered to me, the owner came to me and said that, I hope you enjoy living in this house as much as we have been enjoying. And that sort of stuck with me, that there are people who enjoy staying in the house and not necessarily going out. On that background that I have, when I do houses, I want to always say that if I can give a home to a house, that will be, in my mind, quite fulfilling for me.
Yeah. So that was kind of your mission or the message that you had in mind when you were actually
doing the design.
Yeah.
And now we'll come to doing the design. I started some other story, but how we do the design is always two guidelines, which is very important. We would need to have natural ventilation, and we will need to have natural lighting. And that being so, when you design a house, you need spaciousness, so the person doesn't feel that he is being squeezed into a house.
Yeah.
We like him to go into the house, like Mr. Rainer is like what the other people were saying.
Yeah.
My other new friends here were saying, wow, this is so spacious.
Yeah.
So that sort of things is what we consider as very important when we design a house. And we really hope that with the environment we are creating, you could go indoor, you could stay outdoor, and both sides you should enjoy. Inside or outside, you should enjoy and should have the big joy of staying in the house. Yes.
That's wonderful, Michael. Well, I'm going to round this up. Thank you so much for explaining the concept behind Sanctuary Lakes. And I can really feel the breeze sitting here. It's like you say, really, you don't get sweaty.
You don't get sweat.
No,
and it's not cold.
No,
it's
not
not hot.
It's just perfect.
And this is midday.
Yeah.
This is not like afternoon or morning. This is midday.
This is midday.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us in this video. And Michael, thank you so much for
Thank you very much
questions.
for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.